The Dark Knight is a master of the shadows. Using intimidation as a weapon, he patrols the streets of Gotham City.
You know you're doing something right when people are terrified at just your shadow.
After his parents were murdered by a common thug, Bruce Wayne dedicated his life to fighting the criminal underworld. He achieved 12 master degrees, studied 127 martial arts, and perfected escape artistry. Given enough time, he can escape any conceivable trap.
Batman has pushed himself to the limits of the human body. He can bench press 1,000 pounds and has great aim and reflexes.
The Batsuit was designed to be the ultimate flexible combat armor.
While the pointy ears are a bit much for me, the armor can stop knives and gunfire.
His memory cloth cape can be used as a glider, and the entire suit is lined with a 200,000 volt electrode network.
I guess when you're a billionaire, you can afford to turn yourself into a frickin' human taser.
The gadgets from Wayne's never-ending funds don't stop there. His utility belt carries dozens of different tools that can get him out of practically any situation.
That belt has pretty much everything. Grappling hook, explosives, beer. Maybe not that last one, but mine would.
Notable gadgets include a gas mask, tear gas, smoke pellets, a kryptonite ring, remote detonated plastic explosives, and his trademark grapple gun. He also carries a large supply of collapsible shurikens.
The batarangs! And if throwing a razor-sharp object at people isn't enough, he's got several types, like electric shock, knockout dart, and grenade.
Despite having the build of an Olympic athlete, the Caped Crusader's greatest feats are attributed to his detective skills. He can anticipate attacks through muscle movement and memorize the smallest details, even the shape of a cheek he's punched. And while Batman is only human, his achievements stand among gods.
He's a founding member of the team of superheroes known as the Justice League, and he's even fought Superman.
But while Wayne has no exploitable weaknesses, he is not perfect. His mental stability has often been called into question.
Well, let's see. His parents were killed in front of him as a child. He uses his money to beat the shit out of people dressed as a giant bat, and keeps employing 12-year-old sidekicks. Yeah, he's clearly not all there.
But he is a survivor. He endured being broken in half, fighting the other members of the Justice League, complete disintegration, and being stranded in the past as a living time bomb of galactic destruction.
Wait, what?
Yet he somehow pulled through every time.
Why? 'Cause he's the goddamn Batman.
Where are you?
Here.
Throughout the underworld of Gotham City, one name strikes fear into the cold, black hearts of even the most hardened criminals: the Batman.
But becoming a 6-foot flying rat of vengeance comes at a cost. For 8-year-old Bruce Wayne, it was helplessly watching as his parents were gunned down in front of him on the way back from the theater. That poor kid, that opera really must have scarred him.
Bruce's genius-level intellect and physical prowess allowed him to pick up a vast array of skills on his global journey to become the Dark Knight. He became an expert in the art of disguise and a master of every fighting style known to man. He's perfected escape artistry, sword fighting, detective skills, stealth, has a photographic memory, earned 12 master's degrees, is an expert marksman, and is vastly knowledgeable in pressure points.
And we're positive he's not superhuman?
Officially, no, he's not, but he has learned to appear so in the minds of his opponents. Having been trained by the League of Assassins, Batman's greatest weapon is fear.
All it takes is a glimpse of that pointy-eared shadow and criminals start shaking in their boots. He can disappear and reappear in an instant thanks to his mastery of stealth and the high-tech gadgets he keeps in his utility belt. Like his bat claw grappling hook, smoke pellets, tons of different batarangs, and shock gloves.
Hey, don't underestimate the shock gloves. They release a charge powerful enough to penetrate Kevlar and even stop the heart of one of Batman's most powerful enemies, Bane.
But then he restarted it because he's nice like that. Bane later said thank you the only way he knew how. I'm surprised Batty didn't pull something out of the utility belt to stop that one, considering it seems to contain anything Batman could ever need, even shark repellent.
Actually, that's a common misconception. The shark repellent was stored in the helicopter that Robin was flying, not Batman's utility belt.
Oh yeah, because that makes it so much less ridiculous.
Batman also carries explosive gel. A cluster of this substance can be sprayed onto nearly any surface and remotely detonated. Perfect for distractions.
Or, you know, blowing shit up. Tip for criminals, if you know Batman's after you, avoid anything shaped like a bat.
Somebody in here? Something wrong? Nope.
Bruce chose the guise of a bat to project his own fear of the flying mammal onto his enemies. However, that's not the Batsuit's only purpose.
Thanks to some military-grade armor he stole from his own company with Morgan Freeman's permission, the Batsuit is almost completely bulletproof, knife-proof, electricity-proof, punch-proof, dog-proof, and theft-proof.
Inside Batman's cowl is an array of high-tech gear commonly used for listening to police scanners and communicating with allies. But in combat, Batman finds more use in its night, infrared, and ultraviolet vision. Also, its built-in triangulation imaging system, which hacks into the world's cell phones and creates a digital 3D map.
You mean he can see everything I do just because I have a phone?
More or less.
Ask him where I left my keys.
Aside from mass invasion of privacy, Batman's resume includes such accomplishments as dodging Darkseid's virtually unavoidable Omega beams, withstanding the vacuum of space for 24 seconds, and breaking free from a coffin buried 6 feet underground in a straitjacket after being deprived of sleep for days, all while having a cocktail of unknown drugs in his system, along with the Joker's latest venom toxin.
What the fuck? Are we positive that we're positive he's not superhuman?
Well, given his line of work, I wouldn't be surprised if he stumbled into a room filled with gamma rays or something like that, but underneath the Batsuit, he is affected by knives and bullets the same as any other mortal man. Even though he usually comes out victorious, his self-confidence occasionally puts him in life-threatening situations he can't escape without help.
Like Bane's thank you spine durability test.
But the Cape Crusader has consistently found a way to survive even the most life-threatening situations.
And Bats has no problem continuously going toe-to-toe with evil in the name of justice. Vengeance.
From this moment on, none of you are safe.
Damn, that was brutal! Show it again!
Despite Batman possessing more skill and knowledge, Spider-Man's abilities ultimately overpowered his arsenal.
To be fair, Bats might have been able to deal with Spidey's strength and speed, but that damn spider sense changes everything.
Right, the spider sense counters surprise and stealth, Batman's most valuable weapons.
But how could Batman lose to a wimpy spider nerd when he defeated the entire Justice League on his own?
Many of Batman's greatest achievements have required weeks or months of preparation and planning, which can hardly be compared to the one-on-one confrontation of a death battle. Keep in mind, if we had given Batman prep time, the same would be done for Spider-Man.
And all of Wayne's money and the Commissioner's men couldn't put Batman together again.
The winner is Spider-Man.
KO!
I pledge allegiance to the Cap, hanging miserably from the light post.
Captain America did have the endurance and power advantage, and Batman himself has admitted he could lose a hand-to-hand match against him. But there's a big difference between could and would.
I could survive the fall out of an airplane, but I wouldn't bet on it. Unless you're doing it, Wiz, you should totally try it. $5 if you make it.
You're an idiot, Boomstick. Also, the fact is, Batman is more than a boxer. His stealth and disarming skills allowed him to turn the fight in his favor.
Not to mention the gadgets. Just because Cap could see faster doesn't mean he could see hard enough to spot bats through a solid wall of smoke.
Batman also regularly battles and sneaks around super beings far above your average laser Nazi.
If he can ninja around Superman's super hearing, there's no reason he can't do the same to Captain America.
And of course, Batman has more knowledge about pressure points and fighting styles because he's mastered all of them rather than simply being adept, helping him incapacitate and finish off the Star-Spangled Soldier.
Captain America just couldn't hang in there.
The winner is Batman.